And now I am officially live, y'all. What is going on? What is going on, world? What is going on? What is going on? It is finally, we're back. Spotlight Sports Network is absolutely back. I am happy that we are back so we could talk more battle rap. No, battle rap, I'm sorry. We could talk more sports. We could talk all types of stuff that goes on in this right now. There's a lot going on in sports. Man, when I tell you it's a lot going on in the NBA free agency, I can't even explain it right now. I really can't. But let's just get down to the nitty gritty of today's free agency. Before we get into that though, I definitely would ask for everyone to subscribe to the channel and definitely look at the link in the bios to donate if you have anything to donate, if you like what you see on our channel. For Spotlight Sports Network, we definitely going to be talking NBA Frenzy. Is definitely going to be a crazy live. But I just want to get into it because it's just because. But subscribe to the channel, follow us on all social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just follow us, all the latest news in sports and fantasy sports that's coming up as well. So definitely we're going to get straight into this right now. The latest free agency that we just heard about is DeMarcus Cousins, bruh. Like, DeMarcus Cousins is actually signed the 1 year, $5.3 million to the Golden State Warriors. This is mind-boggling to me because him, out of all people to go to the Golden State Warriors, this is going to be definitely something to look at. This is definitely going to be something to be interested in as far as this team go, knowing that they lost JaVale McGee and I think David West retired. So as far as that goes, I do see this making sense, but at the same time, I don't. At the same time, it's just his attitude that really gets me. Don't get me wrong, Boogie is a great player. He's an awesome player, and it's a great acquisition to the West. So with him getting $5.3 million, he actually took a pay cut. He took a mad pay cut to go to the Golden State Warriors because the day after LeBron agreed to the Lakers, you know, the two-time defending champion Warriors just, you know, they just really upped the offseason. Like, they really just did it in a massive way. Like, for the six-time All-Star, DeMarcus Cousins is a six-time All-Star, and just to get him for 1 year, $5.3 million, that is a steal in the NBA for a caliber player like DeMarcus Cousins. $5.3 million, not Rondo's getting paid a 1 year deal more than that, and that's just being realistic. That's being really realistic here, honestly. Like, that's just how I see it. At the end of the day, how I feel is that I'm trying to get comfortable here because it's been a while since I actually been on this channel. It's been a long time, and I appreciate everybody that actually watching right now. But as I see it right now, what do I see? I see the Golden State Warriors. They really want to win the championship again. They really want to win the championship again, and adding DeMarcus Cousins is not really icing on the cake, but to bring another star power player like a DeMarcus Cousins for 1 year, it definitely changed the aspect of definitely bringing him over. It just, me personally, I thought that he was going to go to the Lakers, but at the same time, Cousins is coming off of a crazy injury. He ruptured his Achilles in the second season with the Pelicans, and he played only 48 games with them. He did average 25.1 points. He averaged 12 rebounds and, you know, almost 5 to 6 assists a game, and that was with alongside Anthony Davis. But put him in line with Draymond Green and Kevin Durant, with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Like, did you just hear that lineup? Like, that lineup is just ridiculously crazy. Like, that is just a crazy lineup to think about. But I'm kind of surprised that the Warriors went after him, knowing he just had a real bad Achilles injury. So hopefully he can definitely get back on his feet and give them something to relate to. You know, he's not really expected back until December anyway, you know. But the Warriors, you know, they always do what they have to do to actually get, you know, into the mold of, you know, repeating again as the NBA champions, you know. It's just crazy how they had this five. Just think about it if he was healthy. You'll have Clay, Curry, Durant, Draymond, and and Boogie Cousins in a start five. That's just mind-boggling to me. Definitely mind-boggling to me. But DeMarcus Cousins definitely going to the Golden State Warriors on a one-year deal, $5.3 million. This is actually a risk for the Golden State Warriors because, you know, he's really injury-prone as we speak right now. So he's definitely injury-prone to that. And, yeah, that's just, you know, going down the way it did. And, you know, Anthony Davis just lost Rondo. And he lost Rondo and he lost Boogie Cousins. The NBA is officially ruined. That's how you know DeMarcus Cousins is a real winner taking a pay cut. I actually can agree with that, Rafael Hernandez. I thank you for being on the show. But yeah, honestly, yeah, like DeMarcus Cousins definitely, you know, he's a real winner. He took a pay cut. He could have made a lot of money in LA. He could have went anywhere else and made a lot of money, but he wants to be a champion. But my thing is this with him is that how he's going to come back from the injury. Thank you for being on here. Definitely get the likes up. Definitely like this video. And me personally, like it's dope to see that he's really showing that he wants to win in this league. He was in Sacramento all those years, losing after losing after losing, and then he went to the Pelicans. He went to the playoffs with Anthony Davis. He did what he was supposed to do, and now he's with the Golden State Warriors, which is a defending champion in this actual, actual thing. But at the same time, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Rafael Hernandez said Chris Paul should be ashamed. We could have got big free agents, but Chris Paul is selfish as fuck. Is not a winner. Me personally, I thought Chris Paul was going to get a pay cut. I thought he was going to take a pay cut to open up things to get a LeBron James or get a DeMarcus Cousins. And I kind of feel bad for the Rockets because the Rockets actually got rid of Trevor Ariza. That's really going to hurt the Rockets. That's going to hurt the Rockets to a point where defensively, you got Chris Paul, but Trevor Ariza was one of your best players. I understand that he went with 0 for 12 in the Western Conference Finals, but Trevor Ariza was a good asset to that team and their run in the playoffs. So losing Trevor Ariza to the Phoenix Suns, that's just kind of mind-boggling for me that he will go to the Phoenix Suns, knowing you had a winning caliber team in Houston. But at the end of the day, this is a business. So at the end of the day, that's what happens. We're going to replace him with Avery Bradley and Wilson Chandler. We're fine. Okay, so did y'all get Avery Bradley yet? Because I would like to see that y'all got Avery Bradley, because Avery Bradley would definitely be a step up for Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza is a pretty dope player, but Avery Bradley is just good. I see what he did. He was in Boston and he was in Detroit. So that would be a good asset for you. And it would be another shooter. That would be another shooter for the Houston Rockets as well to get him. So that will be something good to talk about. But this free agency is getting out of hand. Give me 1 second, y'all. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to promote my channel. That's all. I apologize. CP3 makes enough money off ads and shit. Why he gotta have... I don't know why he gotta have more money. Like, I really don't understand why you gotta be on it. Why Chris Paul has to do that. I don't get it either. He got to get all that money just to stay, and I don't agree with that whatsoever. I don't. So I'm done. Yeah, I'm kind of done with the NBA as well. But I do want to get into this frenzy because it's just been a lot going on, and I gotta speak on it. What is going on with the East? What is going on with the East? Because the East is not making no moves right now. Like, everybody's leaving the East to go to the West. What are we missing here? Like, what are we really missing? Because I'm not understanding, like, why we're actually missing this. This is ridiculous to me that nobody from the East really got a big name. They didn't get a big name whatsoever. And I mean, Paul George staying in Oklahoma City. Lance Stevenson was a Pacer. Now he's with the Lakers. Like, I just don't understand why everybody's leaving the East. It makes the East actually weaker now, but it makes the East open for grab. Now we don't have to see LeBron James come out the East. Now we can see a different team come out of the East outside of seeing the Cavs every single year. But the East is just as weak as it was when LeBron was there. Like, you can name the Sixers, you can name Boston, you can name Milwaukee, you can name Toronto, Washington. I think that's the top 5 teams in the East. It's kind of the top 5 teams in the East, honestly. Me per se. That's just how I see that. Well, I mean, the only named 5 teams. Raphael only named 3 teams. So I don't really know what other team outside of them, because the Knicks is trash, and every other team in the East. I got the Sixers, I got the Celtics, I got Toronto, I got Washington, and I have in Milwaukee. They're the 5 teams in the East that I actually have. I'm sorry, but it's just a lot going on with this right now. So, me personally, this is how I see it. I think the Rockets should get Carmelo now. Okay, so if you saying that he wants to get Carmelo, where do you see, like, what do the Rockets have to give up to get Carmelo? That's the question. Like, what do you have to do to give up Carmelo? Because, like, you gonna have to give up some players to get Carmelo. So is Carmelo going to want to start? He's not going to want to come off the bench. Fuck it, let's do it. That's our only chance. That's your only chance. Okay, cool. It could be a Ryan Anderson in picks, but Ryan Anderson a shooter? He's kind of a shooter too, as well. Like, so that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting to see. But as far as that goes, let's get more into the more of the NBA. We do have Julius Randle. Julius Randle definitely just signed a 2-year, $18 million deal with the Pelicans. Technically, he's staying on the West Coast. Honestly, like, I think it's a good move. I mean, it doesn't replace Cousins in what Cousins did with the Pelicans, but I do like the pick. I feel like no NBA team went after Julius Randle after they got rid of his contract with the LA Lakers. Julius Randle is definitely a good player. He's a good role player, and he could definitely, give you those rebounds and those hustle plays that, Boogie was giving. But at the same time, you gotta think about it. You gotta think about the fact that Julius Randle is small. He's very undersized. He's interesting, but you know what I'm saying? It's not too much that you can really say or really do. It's not really too much. Yeah, but I just feel like with this, like, they have a lot of, it's a lot to say as far as that. When Randle signed, you knew Cousins was gone. Exactly. That's when you knew when Cousins was gone. You knew exactly when he was gone. when Julius Randle actually went into signing with the Pelicans. Thank you, Rafael Hernandez, for actually subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate the love and the support. I really appreciate it. So it's definitely, I appreciate the subscribe. Please tell everybody about it. But it definitely turned out to be DeMarcus Cousins is going to the Warriors. Then you have Julius Randle going to the Pelicans. Then the Lakers signed Rondo. My bad, y'all. The Lakers signed Rondo. But then signing Rondo, like, it's crazy. Like, but the Lakers don't have no shooters, man. No, I am not a Nets fan. I am actually from Philadelphia. I am a Sixers fan, and I like where the Sixers is going right now. No, I am not a Nets fan. I'm just wearing this because it was just an NBA hat that I had near me. But I'm definitely a Sixers fan. That's definitely what it is, and I'm kind of disappointed in my Sixers because of the fact that the Sixers is not doing nothing in free agency. Like, understand, we signed J.J. Redick, and we got rid of Ilyasova. Ilyasova went back to Milwaukee. I'm not feeling that move at all. Me personally, I'm not feeling it. So as far as this NBA free agency, the Sixers is not actually stepping up and not doing anything to make themselves even more better than what they are. So it's just ridiculous when it comes to that. We get back to it though. I don't want to get off topic. But Julius Randle did, sign a 2-year deal, $18 million deal with the Pelicans. It comes really shortly after they, re-announced the rights, which gave Julius Randle a restricted free agency, so it's just, he's a forward center, he's mid-level. He's a mid-level player in the NBA. I can say that, but it's definitely a quick acquisition after they found out, Boogie was not going to stay there, so. Zaire Smith is a beast. He's really athletic. Klay Thompson, yeah, I like it. Hopefully we get Kawhi. My thing is this with Kawhi Leonard. I mean, if we get Kawhi Leonard, if we give up all those draft picks, right? If we give up all those draft picks, just imagine Kawhi staying for 1 year in Philadelphia and then actually he doesn't stay in Philadelphia. So if we give up 3 first-round draft picks, right? If we give up 3 first-round draft picks for Kawhi Leonard, and he doesn't stay after his 1 year, what was the point of that? What's the point of giving up? What's the point of giving up 3 first-rounders to have Kawhi Leonard for 1 year? It doesn't make sense to me to have that happen. So I don't see the Sixers getting Kawhi whatsoever. So I don't really agree with that. I don't agree with that whatsoever. But Julius Randle, he's a Pelican now. Let's keep talking about it. Seth Curry, not Steph, but Seth Curry had agreed to a 2-year contract with the Portland Trailblazers. He missed all of 2017, 2018 with a leg injury. So not Steph, but Seth. Seth Curry signs to the Portland Trailblazers. We had Rondo. We had Rondo signed to the Lakers. To old boy, the forgotten brother. Yeah, the old boy, the forgotten brother. That's exactly what it is. But we definitely had Rajon Rondo signing a 1-year deal with the Lakers for $9 million. See, that's what's weird to me. And the reason why I say that's weird is because of the whole, situation where it's just, it's weird to me. It's weird to me that, Rondo gets, let me see, Rondo gets $9 million to play for the Lakers, but, Boogie, gets $5.3 million to play for the Warriors. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting to see and be shown that Rajon Rondo is definitely, putting on. I mean, he's cool. He just can't shoot. That's the only thing about him. He really can't shoot. That's my issue with Rajon Rondo. He can't shoot, but he's a great facilitator. He's a great acquisition for LeBron James, knowing that they got Lance Stevenson on a one-year deal and they got JaVale McGee on a one-year deal. So that technically gives LeBron James a big man, but JaVale McGee is not a big man to where he can stretch the floor. He's them traditional big men that we don't see in the NBA anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to see that as far as talking about this free agency and getting JaVale McGee, Rondo, Lance Stevenson. Lance Stevenson is a great player. I don't know why the Pacers actually waived him. He's a great defender. He likes to get under people's skin. Now LeBron don't have to worry about playing against him. You got him on the same team now. So that's exactly what that is when it comes to that. It is what it is. But free agency, frenzy, this is crazy. It's getting more upset. It's getting crazy. Let's see any more notable free agents. I know Derek Favors has agreed to a 2-year deal, $36 million deal with the Utah Jazz. So he's staying with the Utah Jazz, and I hope the Jazz keep that team together. Derek Favors was one of the biggest assets on there as far as talking about big men, as him and Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. They have a very young team. And to resign Derek Favors for 2 years, $36 million. I don't know what the guaranteed money is, but what I do know is that that's definitely a good. It's a good way to show, Derek Favors is a good asset to the Utah Jazz. You have Nerlens Noel agreed to a two-year minimum deal with the Oklahoma City Thunder. So they add a little bit more depth and height for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We don't know how much is Nerlens Noel is actually making. So we don't know as far as that. Oklahoma City, they signed Tyreke Evans. They didn't sign him yet. They will meet with him. They actually met with him. So I don't know if he's going to sign with the Lakers, but Tyreke Evans is definitely another one of those players that could actually come off the bench and help the Lakers at that time. JJ Redick had, he's re-signed with the Sixers. He has he getting paid $12 to $13 million. I think it's 2 years or it's 1 year. Actually, it's a 1 year deal. 12 to 13 million. Redick is 34 years old. He's high. He was scoring about 17.1 points per game last season in his first year with the Sixers. So hopefully, we can build as a Sixers fan. Hopefully, we can build around that. We could build around him, and we could build around Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and other things that goes on with this frenzy. This frenzy is getting crazy. So now my question, since LeBron is in LA, what is next for LeBron? What is next? What is the Lakers going to do to help build? I mean, they already picked up JaVale McGee and Lance Stevenson and Rajon Rondo, and then you got Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram. You have those boys over there. So my question for the LA Lakers: what else do you need to do? We do have another notable free agent, Alfred Payton. He joined the Pelicans, according to ESPN. Lance Stevenson's gone. Aaron Gordon, he will resign with the Orlando Magic. A 4-year, $84 million deal. Gordon made a career high of 115 threes last season with 33.6%. So it's definitely, Aaron Gordon is definitely on a rise there. So he's definitely going to stay in Orlando with a 4-year, $84 million deal. Honestly, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And then the Lakers brought Caldwell Pope back. That's another one. That's another key asset for the Lakers. 1 year worth $12 million, which Caldwell Pope is getting paid more than DeMarcus Cousins, but DeMarcus Cousins is on the defending champion team, so that actually makes more sense. It actually makes more sense. But having Caldwell Pope on that team with Rondo to share the ball handling, pretty good asset for the Lakers. Pretty good asset for them. Definitely like that that actual pickup. We all know LeBron James is with the Lakers, 4 years, $153 million deal. My God, LeBron in a Lakers uniform. This is going to look weird to me. It doesn't make sense. It's going to look weird, like him in that yellow, that gold and purple, or that yellow and purple is going to look very weird, very, very weird, and something's gonna have to change. Something's gonna have to change. LeBron, you gotta win championship. You gotta win at least 2 championships in these 4 years. I mean, probably your first year, they're probably not going to be like, okay, they're not going to give you too much. They're not going to give you too much wrath. But the second and the third year in this contract with the Lakers, you got to win championships. You won't have to win championships. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but you're going to have to win championships. And that's what the Lakers really stand for. They stand for winning. They stand for actual championships. This is what they stand for. So the NBA is getting crazy with this DeMarcus Cousins. Like, what? Like, oh my God. Like, it's just getting crazy. And the thing about it is, like, the Sixers could have got LeBron. They could have kept him in the East. But they didn't do that. So, with that being said, a lot has went down with this NBA frenzy. But how do y'all feel about the LeBron? Like, how do y'all feel about LeBron? Like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, do y'all feel that LeBron made a good choice in going to the Lakers? Me personally, I think so. I think he made a good choice because there's nothing left for him in Cleveland, and there's been rumors that they're trying to trade Kevin Love too. So, if they try to trade Kevin Love, bring Kevin Love to Philadelphia. Keep him on the East. You don't want to put him in the West. The West already too dominant as it is. You got so many teams that can come out of the West right now, but it's so open for somebody to come out of the East. It's very open. It's not too open to come. It's not too open to come into the West. It's more of coming out of the East. It's wide open in that nature. So with me, how I feel about it is this NBA free agency frenzy. A lot of teams is not going to the East Coast. So this is my thing for the East Coast. So all those Eastern Conference teams that has a lot of salary cap, y'all gotta put y'all pedal to the metal. Y'all have to do it. And the reason why you have to do it, because how you going to be able to compete with the West if you're not getting nobody in free agency? You have to get someone in free agency to show that you can play against the best teams in the West. Everybody's staying in the West, but nobody's coming to the East. So technically, you have to put your money out. You have to put your money where your mouth is. You have all this salary cap. Do your job, Eastern Conference. Do your job. There's been a lot going on. We're going to get into all different types of sports. We're going to talk baseball. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk hockey. The World Cup. The World Cup was crazy today. The World Cup was crazy. Mexico being upset for the 7th straight time. They lost to Russia. And then Belgium beat Japan 3-2, knowing Belgium was down 2-0 going out of the first half. A lot of things going on in sports. Serena Williams, she won her first round of the Wimbledon. She's ranked 25, which is blasphemous for me. She's ranked 25 and she'd be an unranked player. So shout out to Serena Williams for winning her first round in the Wimbledon. Nadal performs tomorrow at the Wimbledon. And it's just a lot going on in sports. The NBA, the frenzy, the NFL rules, all of that going on. But this is what I'm talking about here is NBA frenzy. There's only a few more things that we need to talk about. But we won't talk about it in the next live. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. If any donations will be lovely. I do have my Cash App and I do have my Spotlight Sports Talk PayPal. So if you want to support our channel, we really would appreciate any of the support. But comment, like, subscribe to this video. It's Darion from Spotlight Sports Talk. And we see y'all in the next video and have a great night. Peace.